Hello, Sagittarius. Amyenergy here with your weekly tarot message. If you have not, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I make a new video. We are working with the Urban Tarot this week, pulling out for our career, love life, and personal. All right, keep in mind this reading will not resonate for every Sagittarius placement out there, so feel free to check out your other placements or book a personal with me. Link is in the description box, and I would love to connect with you. All right, let's get into career here. We are clarifying this week with the Rohrig deck. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Wow. So this is a lot this week. Wow, Sag, I just feel like we're really breaking through, right? We're having a breakthrough with the Eight of Swords, the interference card. This is all about self-imposed limits. This is all about just not being able to move forward because we're just so crippled by our experience. We're just not able to break out of the mind and be able to move forward, okay? It's definitely always the card to me that's kind of like, might want to talk to a therapist, because our mind is our enemy in this energy. Our mind is going to restrict us from our own evolution, okay? However, it's coming out with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like we're doing it this week, Sag, okay? And we have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. So we know where we're going, but I mean, look at this Chariot. There is limited vision here, right? We know what's in front of us and we know the steps we have to take, and we just have to focus on ourselves this week, Sag. We really have to be showing ourselves a lot of love, and with the Ace of Swords, I do feel like we are taking those steps that we need to take in order to find clarity, but it's coming through the love, right? We're really getting into our heart to figure out the clarity of how to move forward rather than our mind, because our mind has just really been failing us, and we really need to get that vision from our heart on how we're going to move forward. This is very deep to be coming up in your career, so I do feel like this is, this isn't a process that's happening like at your corporate office job. That's all I know. That's not what I'm feeling here. This is even more important than like traditional career earth energy. This is something we're working maybe with a therapist. We're really moving forward from our heart, and it's beautiful because we have also the Ace of Discs on the bottom over this whole reading. So I feel like us doing this is just creating this space for us to really recognize our own worth and recognize, the way forward. It's really helping us to get that clarity. So it's really beautiful here in the career, Sag. All right, in our relationship, we have the Nine of Cups. This is happiness, okay? And with the 9, we are reevaluating, so I definitely feel like we're okay, yeah. So, Chariot again is on the bottom. Okay, so we have limited visibility here, but we do know where we're going. So don't lose sight of that, Sagittarius. Understand that you in your heart know which way is best for you. With the Nine of Cups, we're really reevaluating our situation. What makes us happy? Is it sustainable? With the Tower, I feel like maybe it's not. Maybe our happiness right now in our current love situation is not sustainable, okay? Because the Tower and the Death card are coming out. So I do feel like there has been a radical shift, okay? Maybe some of this information that's coming in here is just really breaking down the current structures in our life and sort of forcing us to transform, to go within, and to embrace this moment, right? It actually is beautiful to me with the 9 of Cups and happiness coming out, because I know that these changes are happening for your greater happiness. This is happening because you took the time to really think about your life and really think about what makes you happy, what makes you feel secure, and you know, you're really understanding that some things need to fall away in order for you to really be able to have the transformation that's going to allow you to have sustainable, long-lasting happiness, okay? Now, in our personal life, we have the Emperor coming out, okay? So we are building, but I mean, this Emperor of all my decks, he's so dark, you know, it's really a dark space, and I feel like we are in a dark space. I'm almost feeling like we're kind of, even in our home right now, just like using like blackout curtains so that we don't have to see the world. Okay, we just want to stay in the darkness. Okay, wow. And of course we have luxury coming out. So I definitely feel like, Sag, this week we could really be just spiraling in confusion. Okay, it's almost like we have a little bit too much time on our hands, while at the same time we feel like we're running out of time. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Okay, but we do have the 6 of Cups, pleasure, on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like we are sort of understanding where we're at. Like, even though we're in a place where we can't really understand, we understand that. Like, we understand that we can't understand where we're at right now. It's just, we're in a spiral. It's really confusing. And with the Queen of Cups, though, we do have that intuitive side where, you know, we might not be able to call it by name, but we understand what we're feeling to an extent. And we're understanding that in order to reach completion on this cycle, we do have to just make ourselves comfortable. Yeah, maybe we do have to block out the sun so that we can really, you know, embrace the spiral, like embrace everything that's coming up. Like, maybe it's just, you know, we're just like writing down what we're feeling, and maybe those feelings aren't even 100% reliable, right? But we're dissecting it. We're really thinking about how to be more stable and how to build what it is that we want, even if we're not exactly sure what we want. We are in that process of discovering it this week. So hold a lot of space for yourself, Sag, because there's just a lot going on here. It's eclipse season, and ultimately all this shift, radical change, transformation, evolution that is happening in your life right now is serving your new beginning. And that new beginning is going to be beautiful. And you do have to, you know, it is going to be work on your part. You are going to have to, you know, spend some time figuring out what is the best path for you. But, you know, the universe is going to support you. Believe that there's things going on behind the scenes that you don't even know about that are pushing your purpose forward. Okay. But we're moving into a space. We really are. It is going to require work, but we are evolving, and we will landing into a space where we are safe and we can experience true pleasure in our life. Okay. All right, we have card 22. She feels, she knows. All right. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but is more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you are asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently come. Gently but firmly, from that place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about long-range or long-term developments. Something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue, or moment is of importance. Although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best, the situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the big picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped onto the next stage of your path. Even though it may look like an obstacle right now, you are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you specific guidance. The situations in your current life are particularly geared towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you according to your life path and purpose. This is the stage of preparation, of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you, for it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully. And all that is happening now is happening to that end. Healing process. Stand with your feet at hip width and your arms loosely and comfortably at your sides, slightly away from your body. Say aloud, I feel the light of all that I am and will be unfolding from within me now. Stand still and rest your eyes on one point or lightly close them if you can do so easily without compromising your balance. Feel, sense, imagine, or perceive that there is a pure light switched on inside of you, almost as if an internal light switch was flicked on. Perceive or feel that the light is growing bigger, brighter, and wider, and more radiant. Allow it to shine outwards from within you, as if there was a vibrant sun at the center of your being, with its rays extended outwards in all directions. You are a radiant, glowing being. Can you feel the joy and uplifting happiness of this? When you are ready, say, I surrender what is into the loving fire of transformation, the light of which illuminates the present and manifests the future in the highest creative expression of unconditional love. Be with that inner light for several moments and then place as much of your intention as possible into your feet, feeling the connection to the ground beneath you. Feel the present moment by being aware of the physical sensations of your feet. Feel their coolness or the warmth. Are they tingly, cold, or stiff, in need of some flexing and stretching? Move your feet as you wish, in your own time. Simply open your eyes, move around, and return to your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. Wow, beautiful energy for you, Sag. Beautiful reading. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, comment on the video, share my channel with a friend, follow me on Instagram at amyenergy, book a personal at the description box is the link is in the description box below. But most importantly, Sag, have a wonderful week. I love you. Take care.